Hello everyone, my name is Leo, and if you follow our community you know that we have done several videos about latency. For instance, one video comparing 23 amp modelers, one specifically dedicated to the camper player, etc. This new video is fully focused on the Friedman IR-D latency management. Let's start. First of all, if you want more info about latency and how I have measured it, you can check out my 23 amp modeling pedalboard latency comparison video, following the link in the card above. With this out of the way, let's jump straight to the results. If we use the IR-D with the IR activated, the loop switched off and the boost off, the latency is 1.5 milliseconds. If we remove the IR, the latency just decreases a tiny bit at 1.4 milliseconds. And this is a quite surprising result. I will explain why in a few minutes. If we activate the boost or we change channel, basically the latency does not change. On the other hand, if we activate the loop and we jump the send and return jack with a short cable, the latency goes up to 3 milliseconds. Of course, if you add digital effects, you need to add to the 3 milliseconds of the IR-D the latency of the external effect. So summarizing, the latency is good, but I honestly expected better performances. I mean, when we switch off the IR simulation and the loop, basically we should have an all analog path, and therefore the latency should be 0. It is not 0, as I suspect that even if we switch off the IR, the unit still performs the analog to digital and digital to analog conversions, which is a bummer in my opinion. For instance, the 2-note revolt basically has no latency with the IR switched off, as we have a full analog path. And this is what I would have expected also from this unit, which has, as I said, for the preamp only, a full analog path with cool tubes. So the behavior of this unit with IR switch off is kind of surprising for me. The unit is not even on pair with devices like the NAND player, which has 0.5, 0.8 milliseconds of latency, or the Boss pedalboards with around 0.7 milliseconds that are all digital units. Of course, 1.5 milliseconds is low, but I honestly expected no latency from a device like this, with IR switched off. As I always say, we have to take into consideration the overall latency of our systems, as latency sum up. For instance, if we add a wireless transmitter, latency sum up. If we add another digital effect, latency sum up, etc. Therefore, devices like this should be a godsend, having the possibility to use an analog path for the preamp section, but this is not the case of the IR-D. And please let me know what do you think. Did you expect 0 latency from a device like this? Let me know in the comment section. That's all for this video, thank you so much for watching, and see you soon with my other videos about this cool unit. Stay tuned, as we maybe could also compare the IR-D to the real twin sister